say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? All right. We thank you once again for the co-creation of this interaction. We thank you individually. We thank you collectively. We are going to continue this transmission now by going right into your vote. So you may begin with your questions. Who's first?
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day. How do you vote?
I vote for a fifth law
Why?
because I feel that I and human beings in general get caught up in the temporal reality very much, the time-based reality, and that it harnesses us to a past-future paradigm, and we wind up really not being in the now much.
All right. Thank you for your vote.
You're welcome.
What else would you like to discuss?
That was pretty much it.
Oh, all right.
I just wanted to say I broke my wrist, and I'm exploring vulnerability and
As strength?
yes, actually,
All right.
and receptivity
All right.
as
And flexibility?
not so far, but yes, maybe
All
soon.
right. And
I-
giving yourself a break?
Yeah, yes, very much.
A change in how you handle things?
Yes,
All right.
yes, as gateways to intimacy.
All right. Is there something else about this you would like to explore at this moment?
Any insight you may have, I'm certainly open to all perspectives.
I have been giving you insights.
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
Do you feel you have what you need to move forward in your life in the way that you prefer at this particular moment?
Yes.
Then we thank you for your exchange and your vote.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day. How do you vote?
Yes.
Yes to what?
Yes, yes.
4 or 5?
5.
5?
Yes.
Why?
Because if we didn't need the fifth law, you wouldn't have gone to all this trouble to tell us about it.
Interesting assumption. There was no trouble at all. We do what we do because it excites us to do so. Your decision is completely up to you. But we appreciate the idea of your acknowledgement of our excitement to tell you about the concept in this way. Anything else you would like to discuss this day?
Yes.
Proceed.
In LA, I asked you a question about driving
Yes.
and my fairy princess and how we could both be happy.
Yes.
Your answer was helpful.
Why, thank you.
And we've reached a kind of uneasy truce where,
An uneasy one?
yes.
Isn't by definition a truce supposed to make things easier?
Well, kind of. But if I drive as slow as I can stand it, then she can barely stand it because it's really fast for her.
Yes.
And we have hope that eventually things will, we'll both get used to the different extremes and
Each
it'll
of
get
you
better.
may be required to make a little bit of a shift, but the idea that we discussed with you was for the purpose of exploring why, really why, deeply why, the idea of expressing yourself in the way that you do express yourself feels like the only way that you can satisfy the things you're looking to satisfy. It wasn't really about just slowing down. It was about looking deeply as to why you go as fast as you do.
Well, we've been doing some of that, and
Yes.
it looks like this driving issue is just the tip of an iceberg.
It always is. It always is. As we have said, it has to do with basic unfulfilled wishes. And generally speaking, the things that seem to cause friction and conflict in your outer reality, the kinds of discussions you have, what you may be calling arguments or moments of disagreement, are usually never really germane to the true root causes. So that's why we are saying it is important to dig deep. Find out what the true wish fulfillment is that you believe is not being fulfilled, and look for the basis, the basic idea of what it is you feel is being unfulfilled, and then explore different ways in which that idea can be fulfilled, so that it doesn't necessarily have to only be fulfilled in one particular way that seems like the only way, because that isn't the only way. That was the whole root of the conversation that we had with you.
So one thing that I've found is that when Gertrude is unhappy or frustrated,
Yes.
I feel this kind of hidden joy that I'm not consciously aware of.
Are you talking about Schadenfreude?
It's almost like revenge.
Revenge.
Like when you've been like you're really mad at somebody and you want to get back at them without them knowing.
So you're saying that you are being passive aggressive?
I think so, yes.
I know so, yes. How does that really serve you to do it that way? Does it really allow you to be the joyful you prefer to be? Or does it keep you in a relatively low vibrational state to play that particular game that way?
I think it's allowing me to deal with things from my past.
What past? Remember the new second law? Everything is here and now that you voted for?
Maybe that will help.
Maybe. Perhaps that's why you voted for it, because that's the thing that will actually help you focus where you need to focus, by remaining in the present and letting go of the concept of the past, understanding that whatever it is you define yourself to be in the moment is who you truly are. And when you define yourself as a new person, then that new person has a new past.
So I can let go of the past just like that.
Why not? You don't have to. You may still insist on a process, and if you do, that's just fine. But you do have the capability of letting go of a reality, a parallel reality that you're calling the past, that if you truly redefine yourself has absolutely nothing at all to do with the new definition of who you choose to be. But it's up to you to know that that's true, and until you do, you will still be drawing upon that so-called past.
So I decide to let the past go consciously, but it doesn't go away. What am I doing wrong?
Then it's not that you're doing anything wrong, it's just that you are not in touch with what it is specifically as a definition that makes it seem logical to hold on to those ideas you say you don't prefer. This is why we have discussed many times the mechanism of motivation. You always choose, always, without fail. You always choose the things that you truly believe are to your benefit, and you always move away from the things you truly believe are not to your benefit. So if you keep choosing something that you know empirically is not to your benefit, but you keep choosing it, that means there is an unconscious definition within you haven't discovered yet that is actually attached to that idea, that makes that choice seem to be actually more beneficial than the alternative. So you need to find out what that definition is that would make it seem like the more pleasurable alternative, other than the one you know may be more pleasurable, but you do not choose because you've attached to that alternative a definition that says it is the least pleasurable of the two choices. You have to find out how you have attached definitions to those things to make them seem to be the opposite of what you know they could be.
I'll try to digest that. Thank you.
Well, all right. Does that help you?
Yes.
Do you want more clarity on that idea?
Yes.
All right. You understand that everything that you experience in your reality is the product of something you define to be true. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So if you are continuing to choose something you don't prefer, the only reason you would do that is that you must have a definition you're unaware of that makes it seem to be the thing you do prefer over the alternative. Do you follow that?
Yes.
So you have to find out what kind of a definition would you have to attach to something you know you wouldn't really prefer to make it seem like something you would prefer over the alternative. For example, some people have definitions of the unknown that make the unknown seem very scary and very risky and very dangerous. So even though they may wish to make a change, they may always choose never to make the change because they have attached a definition to the unknown that makes it seem so much scarier than the alternative of just playing it safe. Even though you may no longer prefer what it is you're playing safe at, playing safe has been defined as the more beneficial alternative because of how you define that in comparison to the unknown choice that you know you would actually prefer to make. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So find the definition that you've attached to the idea of the choices you are making that make the negative choices seem to be more preferable than the choices you say you would rather be making. And once you have consciously identified that definition, you will see that it makes no sense and you will let it go. But you have to identify it first or you have nothing to work with.
All right.
Make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, play with that. Does that help you?
Yes. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day. How do you vote?
I vote for the 5 laws.
Why?
I think that it'll help people move away from the fear of change. I think most people fear it, and I think it will help eliminate that.
What about you?
I definitely have had feelings of fear of change, and I think when you were stating the 5 laws, it started to eliminate that fear for me, so thank you.
Well, you're the one who made the change within yourself, so thank you.
Thank you.
In what way did it do that? What definitions within you did this concept address in such a manner as to allow you to make the choice to let go of the fear?
It just created more confidence.
How? Did it clarify your understanding of your relationship?
Yes, exactly.
How?
Knowing that change is constant and an important part of moving forward.
Yes. Because things that don't change do what?
Create disease and things we don't want.
Stagnate and die.
Yes.
Yes. And is that sound like fun?
Absolutely not.
All right. Therefore, you have prioritized your definitions to allow for the idea that change will always be beneficial to you in some way, shape, or form, yes?
Yes.
Of course, knowing that the first 4 laws never change.
Yes.
We say the first 4. Some people would go, well, doesn't the 5th law also never change? But the idea is that change itself must become non-changing in order to support the idea that there are 4 laws that never change. Therefore, even the 5th law, everything changes.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does.
The idea also of the 5 laws being that it is actually a description, a definition of existence itself, of the structure of existence itself, is the only thing that can actually be called objective reality. Everything else is your subjective perspective of the 5 laws and the combinations in the ways that you use it. Make sense?
Yes.
Does that help you?
It does. Thank you so much.
Anything else?
Yes, I was hoping you could enlighten me on how my family can resolve my brother's seizures that have been going on for quite some time.
One moment. There are many different ideas and techniques that can be applied herein. One would be to, in the moment when you believe this is coming on, or just prior to this, if you can give yourself some indication, to allow there to be a focus on the fingers in this way, in front of the eyes, and thus then slowly begin to allow him to track your fingers with his eyes in a figure 8, always coming back to the center, going into this side, back to the center, this side, back to the center, just with the eyes, not with the head. And in slowly practicing the idea of allowing the eyes to register both sides of the figure 8 in this way, and eventually adding other sounds, such as music, to represent the idea of this figure 8, and the exploration of both sides, both hemispheres of the brain, to harmonize and unitize them in this way, you may find over time some improvement in the ability of the different areas of the brain to more smoothly communicate with one another. You follow me?
Wow, yes.
So you may attempt that and see what happens and see where your synchronicity leads from there.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And to you, good day. How do you vote?
I vote that there should be 5 laws.
Why?
Because the new paradigm, that the new second law seems like that's true, you know? And
Well, we know it's true.
yeah. So to me,
It
there's-
isn't the issue as to whether or not it's true. It's an issue as to whether it should be called out more clearly.
I
So
think
why?
it should. I think it should because I think a lot of people on our planet kind of get caught up in the past and the future.
They do.
And the more that we can stay clearly in focus on the present, I think the more joyful and more in interaction we can be with each other.
Do you think that, or do you believe that, or do you know that?
I know that.
Thank you for your vote.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Gosh, there are a lot of questions that I would like to ask you.
Choose to start with one.
Okay. Well, let's see. Is there anything that you can tell me about my origin?
You were born on Earth. To ask for the origin, in a sense, is to misunderstand the idea that everything is here and now. You don't come from anywhere else. You are here and now. We understand what many of you mean when you ask that question, but
Yes.
what you're actually saying is, what other connections do I simultaneously have with this one?
Yes, that's
Because it's not an origin, because all things exist at once.
what I meant.
Then why didn't you say it that way?
I think sometimes, I don't know, my brain sometimes gets mixed up for some reason, and I don't know why.
Perhaps because it has contradictory and conflicting and outdated definitions in it. And it needs to be reprogrammed with more clear definitions that work for you. Just a suggestion. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So, what other connections do you need to know about?
I guess I always wonder about the dreams that I had.
Such as?
I had interactions with different ETs,
Yes.
and I would like to know like how they play a role in.
They play a role in creating an experience for you that pushes you more in the direction of wanting to become more of who you really are so that you will know more of what's actually going on. Does that help?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I think yes.
All right. Is that sufficient? Or is there something else you wish to explore about this concept? You understand that many beings on your planet have interactions with other beings.
Yes.
Sometimes you remember these interactions as dreams, or you remember them in other ways. But the point for you is to take whatever it is out of those interactions that you prefer to take and apply it in your reality to allow you to become more of who you are so that you can have more conscious recognition of what these interactions are all about and become more aware and more participatory in a conscious way.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
So does this help?
Yes.
Is that sufficient?
Do you have any suggestions for ways that I could increase my... Well, I already answered my own question about that. I know what you would say. You would say,
What would I
yes.
say?
You would say, live in the now, be present, and
why
live
would
my
I say
highest
that?
excitement.
Why would I say that? Why do we say that? Why do we say act on your highest passion? Why?
Because
What's the point of doing that?
I think because it actually increases like the cellular vibration of our body, like
Yes.
of our...
And why does it do that? Why would acting on your passion increase the cellular vibration of your body? What is passion?
Passion is...
Is this the first day of school? Johnny, what is passion? Stand up before the class, please. Define passion.
Passion is doing what you're most excited about in every moment.
Yes, but why does that increase the cellular vibration of your being? What is it about passion that does that? What is it about acting on your passion that does that? No cheating. Many of you practice the ancient Chinese art of cheating. Well, we've said it many times to many of you. Act on your highest excitement because excitement and passion is your body's physical translation of the vibration of your true natural self that is most in alignment with all that is. That's why. Will you remember that now, or will you simply know it when you need to know it?
I think I'll know it when I need to know it.
Thank you. What is passion?
It is aligning with my true vibration.
Thank you. Does that help?
Yes.
Is that sufficient?
Yes, I think so. Thank you, Bashar.
Pleasant dreams to you.
You too. Good to meet you.